going to be talking about Cinemachine. Cinemachine is a project or a package in Unity that makes your camera follow your player around, and it's really handy. Usually, before you had to write immense lines of code, not immense, but you had to write some lines of code to do it. But here you don't really have to write any lines of code to make Cinemachine work. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your packages folder, window and package manager. We can open that tab. Let's just dock it down. Wait a second. We can just make sure all packages is selected, and we can now find Cinemachine. Okay, now we have it, and we can press install. Now it should install. It's still downloading. It's still downloading. It's finally done! Yay! And now if we go into in project, we can see we have Cinemachine and it is up to date. Now you can close our packages window, and now we can, to add a camera, we can press Cinemachine and we can create all these different cameras. But for our case, we are going to create a 2D camera, and that looks a bit weird right now. So if you press play, this happens. So that's because this camera is actually adjusting our main camera as well. So our Cinemachine camera, it just automatically pushed itself to right here, and our main camera also pushed itself to right here. Because if you look at our main camera, it has a size of 5, and if we go into our this is also 5. So we can, this slot has a follow, and all we have to do is drag in our player, because that's what we want it to follow right now. And right now you can see that already works. So if we play our game now, it's loading, but it's fine. If we play a game now, it immediately just follows our player. So yeah, and apparently I did not save our changes. There you go. And now it works. See, Cinemachine already just works. All you have to do is add a camera and it works already. See how cool that is? Now we can set our XYZ damping down to 0. Set our soft zone width to 0 as well. Actually, I'm just going to leave it as they are. And so there are a few things here. This look ahead time. Right now, our character is dead set in the center of our camera, and he's not going to appear anywhere else. But our look ahead time, if we increase this, so let's say we get a value of 0.7. Now I usually like to set it to like 0.3. We set it to something like 0.3. See that yellow dot, it's allowed to move away from our player. It's allowed to move away from our player. And see that glitch with our tiles, that's not good. So what we can do is we can look ahead and nod Y, and that helps me a lot, at least. But you can set this to something like 10, and this should work. Look ahead, ignore Y. Oh, wait a second, I'm gonna try and fix this glitch. Okay, there we go. I've fixed our problem with the with that block. It was just some glitch. I ended up having to make the size of our character smaller. And anyway, back to our camera. So what this damping does is, like, I'll just show you what we do. What happens if we increase it? We can make this. So what our damping does, it's smooth. It kind of smooths it, like the movement of this out. It kind of smooths it out, and I like to set it to 1 just to make it cleaner. And there is a lot of things you can do with it. I like to set my dead zone like 0.33 and 0.11. Just the settings that I like to use, and they kind of fit me a bit. So I guess yeah, so that's all about my opinion on Cinemachine. Not really my opinion, but how to use it, how to make your camera follow your character, and yeah. So now these are some settings that I rarely tamper with. The soft zone width, you saw that blue thing when we played the video, that blue square. If we decrease the soft zone width and height, that blue thing changes as well. It gets smaller, and that blue rectangle, it controls how much that yellow dot in the middle can move. So if we press play right now, wait 1 second. If you press play, you see this blue rectangle. This dot, even though it's not going to move here, it cannot get out of this light blue rectangle. It cannot, even if it tried. So if I decrease the soft zone width to like 0.1, decreasing the soft zone width and height is useful for when your character is really fast and you want to keep up with him. But for my case, I'm not having a really fast character. You see that box? That controls a soft zone. So we can just press unlimited soft zone to not limit that. And yeah, that's basically it. See ya. Peace.